So this mouse is definitely a fucking bitch to put back together. The reason why is because a lot of the screws, they go down inside like these deep ass cracks deep within the mouse. And so a lot of times when you're trying to get the screw down there, you'll drop it, and then the side buttons have those magnets, so the screw will go way down to the bottom of the mouse, get stuck to the magnet, and then you need to take the mouse all apart again to get the screw out. So there's a couple things that you can do, because the thing is you need to get, most little screwdrivers will be slightly magnetic, so the screw will kind of stick to the screwdriver, and you can kind of get it in that way, like really delicately. But some other things you could do is you can put something kind of sticky on the screw and the screwdriver. Like I took a kneaded eraser and like put a little bit around it so it held the screw in place. You could take, like a little bit of glue or something like that. You could even take a little piece of tape, wrap it around the tip of the screwdriver and around the screw. Another thing you can do is kind of hold the screws with a pair of tweezers on the back and get it in place, and then put the screwdriver, because really the only hard part is just getting the screws down there and not having them eaten up by the magnets. And I've got another video on how to disassemble the mouse, a video on how to change the switches, and also I'm going to come out with a video on how to change the rubber around the scroll wheel, because you can do it with this mouse also. You might notice that mine is different. And there is a little plastic thing that goes on top of the scroll wheel. The reason I didn't have that on there is it's not necessary. I took it off to save weight, but most of you have that. I think there's just like 2 screws that hold that on. There's also 3 different types of screws in this mouse that I'm going to refer to. There's the short ones with the head on it that's really big around. There's also some short ones with a small head. I think there's only 4 of those. And then most of them are the longer ones with the small head. And I'm going to tell you which ones go where, because that can be a little confusing. Wheel, you just pop back in there like that. And then you put that board on its place. Put the ribbon in. It goes over the white thing, under the black. Easiest way to push the ribbon in is put a screwdriver under the ribbon and kind of push it forward. Make sure it's in all the way. Then you pop the white thing on each side. You can just plug it in how it is now to test it out, to make sure everything's working before you assemble it. So there's 4 screws that hold that board on. They're the short ones with the little head. And when you're putting this in, you kind of do it at that angle. It should go in really easily. Don't force it. You just got to like move it around a lot until you find the right spot. So there's a short one with the big head that goes on there on the top, on the front. There's 2 down there. The rest of they're just the long ones with the small head. You put both the clicks on. You slide them in. Sometimes they won't sit in all the way. You can go underneath it and kind of push on the back there. So there's 4 screws that go there. They're the short ones with the big head. There's 2 screws that go there. You want to do the screws in the order I'm showing you, so that way in case you drop them, they get stuck in the magnets. It's less work to take it all apart to get them back. So there's 1 there, and the rest of the screws are all the long ones with the small heads. So I think there were 3 on the back there, and then 2 on the front that I showed them all. Then you want to plug that ribbon in, pop the thing down, plug the battery in, put it back together. There's 3 screws on the back, 4 on the front. And then you can put your feet back on. The stock ones, be careful you get them inside the grooves. And then you heat the feet up with a screwdriver, push it down, rub the thing around, push on it really hard and rub it around, and it'll smooth the feet out more from the hairdryer. And just make sure everything works, and that's pretty much it.